Now it's crazy. I'm sitting here doing my boxing binge, you know, watching boxing, researching boxing, talking to sources, doing the videos. And I did a video about Adrien Broner not fighting WBA world champion Jose Benavidez, and also talked about how, according to Keith Thurman, the WBA Super World Champion is not mandated to fight the WBA World Champion. But here we have, just a couple hours ago, the WBA ordered the winner of Jose Benavidez, who's the WBA interim champion, who's going to be fighting for the WBA World Championship on December the 12th, 2015, likely on True TV. They're ordering him to fight Adrien Broner. So the crazy thing is, Adrien Broner has just been promoted to the WBA Super World Champion, getting Danny Garcia's belt, also being the recognized champion at 140 as far as the WBA is concerned. Because remember, when it comes to the WBA, I know for the people who do know, but when I do these videos, it's for new people who don't know. The WBA has two belts. It's the WBA Super World, and then it's the WBA World. Keith Thurman is the WBA World. Floyd Mayweather, WBA Super World. Erislandy Lara, WBA World. Floyd Mayweather, WBA Super World. Danny Jacobs, WBA World. Gennady Golovkin, WBA Super World. Okay, you get where I'm going with this? So Jose Benavidez, who's very good, WBA World, what he's going to be fighting for December the 12th. Adrien Broner just won the WBA Super World from fighting Khabib Allakhverdiev. But here's the crazy thing. Here's how crazy it gets. You have Adrien Broner, who basically said that he was going to fight who he wants to fight. He's been fighting, you know, like the names they've been giving him, and he's been fighting credible competition, you know. But now he's saying that he wants to fight whoever he wants to fight. But the WBA is like, no, you got to fight Jose Benavidez. And Jose Benavidez is very good. But here's where things get even crazier. Jose Benavidez is a Bob Arum top-ranked fighter. Adrien Broner is an Al Haymon PBC Showtime fighter. So the question I have is, those two have not had a working relationship, and for a fight that will be big and very it will mean so much. Like it would be like, it's a very meaningful fight for Adrien Broner and Jose Benavidez, because Jose Benavidez, the young fighter, up and coming contender, very good. He shouldn't have got the win against Mauricio Herrera, but he would give Adrien Broner a hell of a fight and possibly a boxing match. Very, very meaningful fight, and these two sides have to come together to make this fight, or one of those sides are going to have to drop the belt. And I don't see Bob Arum making Jose Benavidez drop the belt. Now, we know in boxing, we know that, you know, that Top Rank and Al Haymon fighters don't fight each other. We know that. But eventually we should know that it's only but so much they can do when the belts get involved. Now, Peter Quillen had to drop his title because he couldn't fight a top-ranked Matvey Korobov fighter. So the question I'm asking is, will Adrien Broner move back to 147? Will Al Haymon make him drop his title to avoid fighting a top-ranked fighter that he'll possibly lose to? So it's a crazy, crazy situation now, you know, and I can't wait to see how it turns out, because sometime in 2016, you know, before the summer, we're going to find out. So I'm thinking that Adrien Broner and his team, Haymon team, they probably knew that what the WBA was going to do way before we did, and they're probably trying to do what they're doing with Deontay Wilder in getting maybe Adrien Broner 1 or 2 voluntary defenses in for that WBA before they're able to, you know, be mandated as far as a purse bid to fight Jose Benavidez. I know it's confusing, but basically what they're doing with Deontay Wilder is he's getting all these voluntaries in before he fights Alexander Povetkin, a fight where he could potentially lose. I'm thinking they're going to do the same thing with Adrien Broner, keep him active, because since Jose Benavidez is fighting, Broner fought in October, Benavidez is fighting in December, they're going to probably get Broner back in late January. And then, you know, that'll prolong Broner having to fight Benavidez to maybe the fall, you know, or the winter of next year, you know, if they do it right. And it's a shame, but, you know, that's the trend I'm seeing, you know, with Al Haymon fighters, you know, but it is what it is. T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. long day of boxing. Be here after Timothy Bradley versus Brandon Rios. It's going to be a live streaming show where me and, you know, lots of other people basically who are going to be up late. We're going to be talking about boxing. Please subscribe.